Hi, hi, how are you? My higher ups on the other day called me and wanted me to address the younger generation, the third year and final year engineering students. I told them, Sir, these people have extraordinary talents. They are exuberant. They are electrifying. They know what is right and what is wrong. They have their own judgments. They are in the age of information technology. A revolution is going on. A digital revolution is going on. What am I going to tell them, sir? Don't they know anything? I asked them. But one of my colleagues came and told me, Venkatesh, it is not that they do not know anything. Of course, they do know anything, they could understand anything, but it is the duty of a teacher to remind them. It is not that they do not know anything. Please remind them. So, in that way, you please go and give a pet talk, he told me, and that is why I am here, your close friend Venkatesh. Okay, let us jump into the slides now. Lockdown. What is this lockdown here? The lockdown didn't do much to the middle class and the elite society, right? The sufferers were the poor, the migrant workers, those who traveled thousands and thousands of kilometers by walk without food, water, and everything. It was so pathetic to them. And of course, the vendors, the street vendors, small manufacturers, they suffered a lot. But most of us really live a comfortable life till now. What will happen tomorrow? Nobody knows. As of now, the lockdown didn't hurt us. We didn't go out. That's it. We didn't loiter around. We didn't meet our friends. We couldn't get an opportunity to take our bike, make two other guys sit behind us and going around the city. We didn't do that. Apart from that, we had everything. We had everything. The routine was as usual. It never stopped, right? We had chatting with our friends. We are digitally connected. Our chat didn't stop in these 60 days of lockdown. We watched lot of videos, we shared lot of videos. Apart from that, we played PUBG, right? The greatest game ever to have developed on the earth, that is to develop the mankind. PUBG, hats off, salute to that game. Then we subscribed to Netflix and Amazon, downloaded lot of films, watched lot of films. We played the indoor games, carom, chess. In the evening, we went to the rooftop and played shuttlecock. We had enormous food to eat. But think about the other people. In a way, God has been partial. He favored us, He gave us everything, and we should be thankful to them. But in this lockdown, we should have used properly. We should have learnt a lot. We should have read a lot of books. We should have developed, honed our skills. Did we do? Is a bigger question mark. Even if you didn't do till today, now you start. Time is it is so precious. What has gone has gone. Make the future so fruitful. So start developing your skills, honing up your skills, read a lot, right? Lockdown didn't stop any routine. Then why do you think about the lockdown? Lockdown could not be a reason. It is a lame excuse. So it is your laziness, your lethargic attitude that you couldn't develop yourself, right? The next question. Life is always adventurous here. Nothing is so comfortable in this world, right? Everything, if the challenges are being thrown at you persistently, you got to take up challenges on your stride and keep moving on, right? For example, India is definitely a peaceful country. I used to tell my students in the colleges, if I leave the college in the evening by 3:30 and catch my college bus, they'll safely go and drop me in my place at around 5 or 5:30. So life is so peaceful. I can surely say that I'll reach my destination without any problem. Nothing will happen to me en route. So that is the nature of our country, particularly our state. We live a peaceful life. Say, take the case of the other countries, for example, the Pakistanis, the northern Pakistan, the case of Malala, the Nobel Prize winner, right? The small kid. Too much of gunfiring were going on. Bombs kept exploding every day. In spite of that, their schools were functioning, their colleges were functioning. They had everything on their stride and kept learning. What is evident is her speeches. Her address to the global audience says that how learned she is, right? In spite of so much of social disturbances, right? Social unrest, they could come up in their life. So the discomfort due to this cannot be a reason, right? Life should go on. Take everything on your stride and keep working towards excellence, right? And life is always filled with challenges. Writing an examination is a challenge, right? Whatever, facing an interview is a challenge. Taking up the rigorous training sessions towards the placement is hectic. Sometimes it is boring. Sometimes you feel life is so distressful. But these things need to be done. Take these things as challenges. Enjoy all those challenges. Okay. If you ask me, if a person appears for an interview, it's a new place, damn new place, fantastic interiors, a new person, a learned person. He's going to interview you. Maybe a panel may be there, but it is a new environment, new surrounding. Unless otherwise you are mentally prepared, unless otherwise you have the needed credentials, it is not possible for you to crack the interview. It is a challenge. Interview is a place where you are put in an uncomfort zone. Your comfort zone is not there. Life is not always comfort. Everyone won't take your words straight away. They won't say yes. The first thing that comes from the mouth of the other person is no, it is stupid, it is not acceptable. So it is your patience, your intelligence, your knowledge, your IQ, your EQ put together makes you a successful person, helps you to come across the discomforts in your life. Life cannot be comfortable. Apart from that, the number of days you live is pretty much minimum, right? You are only the average life of every Indian is 60 years, they say, right? You have several challenges in these 60 years, right? And to make you so strong, to make yourself more knowledgeable is only this age, the age group between 70 and 24, 17, not 70 yet. 17 and 24 is important. These 7 to 8 years gives you a stronger foundation, right? Don't always expect a comfort zone. Of course, we have natural calamities, this pandemic, political uncertainties. Of course, apart from this political uncertainty, we suffer from pandemics, and nowadays we are suffering from pandemic and natural calamities like unprecedented rainfall and cyclone. We, of course, 10 or 15 days will be suffering from this, and will jump back to our usual routine. We live a normal life, and this pandemic is so troublesome, and it will also get over. Be confident, be positive, and be optimistic. Then comes the domestic issues. Several families have several problems. There's a fight between mom and dad and between relatives. These things should not bother us. If a person is focused, if a person is working towards his success, he won't give interest, he won't indulge in any of the activities. So take it from me, life may not be comfort always. Life is full of challenges. I gave an example how a little girl become a Nobel laureate, right? So in that way, you should have to work, right? Life may not be comfort always. What are all the competitions? If you take, life is full of competitions there. Come on, come on, come on. The number of institutions we have, each and every person is a competitor. Each and every student is a competitor. Right? So many institutions, so many students are coming out. Do we have that many industries? Is a big question mark. Most of the core people get into softwares. We can't do anything about it. Of course, they have a role. That is, I have to go deep into this subject, right? But what I'm coming to say is to equip yourself, prepare yourself, be a mercurial person, hone up your skills to face the competitions. Say, I'll give an example. If you take an engineering college that has three sections in mechanical engineering, say in a section 60 students, so 60 into 3, 180. So if there are three engineering colleges in a street, so 180 into 3, right? 18 plus 18 plus 18, 36, 54. So 540 students in a street will be the competitors. Take the case of a very big road, say Bangalore highways, Calcutta highways. They produce engineers after engineers, and you are one among them. So if you are into crack the minimum number of seats, see, think about yourself, evaluate yourself, how good you must be to come victorious among this greater competition. Right? Please keep that in your mind and work on it. Okay. Now, there is always a talk on employability skills. Nowadays, too many engineering graduates are coming out here, but no one has that employability skills. Why? Because we can say, we can put blame on our education system. There is a lacuna in our education system, no doubt about it. The thinking skills, the interpersonal skills, the core competencies. The core competencies, what is core and what is competency? Core is a basic. Competencies are skills. Certain basic competencies are not there. The education system doesn't allow the institutions to impart such values, such skills to the students, to the younger generation. What to do? We cannot keep blaming it. End of the day, it is our life. You should have to go in search of it. Make sharpen your minds, strengthen your abilities, and make yourself employable. I can talk at length about the employability skills, but the time given to me is just 30 minutes. Within this 30 minutes, whatever the things which I could cover, let me try and make it out. Right? The next is SWOT analysis. Everyone should know what is their strength, what is their weakness, what are all the opportunities, and what are all the threats they are going to face. Right, out of their own their strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. You list out your strength, weakness, opportunities, and strength. For instance, if you are interested to take up higher studies in Germany, right? Now you list down what are all your strength here. So I'm having extreme academic credentials. I'm really good in mathematics. I have fantastic logical thinking. I have learned several softwares. Moreover, I have shown interest during my project days. I did my project in interdisciplinary thing. I have an idea in embedded systems, in microelectromechanical systems. These are all my strengths. How about the weakness? Weakness is that I do not know German. If I know German, it will be an added advantage. Of course, I do not know, but I should have to learn German. I got to transform this weakness into a strength. Apart from that, I'm an emotional person. I cannot leave my family. I always prefer to be with my parents, right? I cannot be without seeing them. It is a weakness, right? Then I told you what is your strength, what is your weakness. If your strength can help you to crack a place in any of the German universities. After your successful completion, you can be placed in any of the automobile industries, electronic industries, machine tool industries, which German is known for. It's global industries. You can be placed in any global incorporation. Then what is the threat here? So you have found out what is your strength, what is your weakness, what are all the opportunities. The threat is something that is a blockade to your growth, blockade to reach your objective, to reach your goal. So having given all these things, what I could see as a threat is your emotional attachment with your family. You should have to make up your mind that these days we have digital connectivity, we have Skype, Zoom, and everything. It looks as if we are together. So, keeping that in your mind, you should make up and grow mentally strong and reach your destination. You convert the weaknesses into your strengths, the threats as opportunities. That is how it should be. So these analysis will help you to crack industries, right? Sorry, interviews. So, for example, there is a persistent question in any interviews that tell about yourself. What do you tell about yourself? Right? If in my case, if somebody asks me, tell about yourself, I say I'm an emotional person. I'm a passionate person. Right? I have tremendous confidence and pride in my oratorical and writing skills. I'm a team man. I can embrace people. I can develop friendship. Have creativity in me. I can bring about a solution to any problem within a short span of time. I'm a person, a fun-loving person. I have very good sense of humor, right? I can learn things. I like challenges. If you throw a challenge at me, I'll take it passionately and I win over the challenge. I'll help the industries to grow alongside. I'll also grow, and this is your Venkatesh here sitting in front of me, sir. This would be my response to tell about you. Not my name is Venkatesh, my father is that. That is secondary. That is second. It is pretty much there in your biodata. You need not have to tell them. Your weaknesses, your strengths, your abilities, you should have to project. That is the idea of SWOT analysis. By this time, everybody should have imbibed, should have understood what are all their strengths and weaknesses. Right? This is the right time to evaluate yourself. Self-evaluation is important. Then this country, our India, everybody says in 2020 India will become a superpower. Of course, it didn't happen. But India saw several revolutions, right? From green revolutions, we brought about greater revolution in food production and food processing and in farming activities. Again, the dairy activities, we did it. The industries, of course, they have grown big, and we have seen that nowadays we are the track of IT revolution. In order to make India at least the grown up country, right? We cannot say it's completely a developed country. India seems to be an ever developing country. To take the tag as ever developing country, to put India in a better position, we need a revolution. We need a revolution. That revolution is nothing but the attitudinal revolution. What is needed to have attitudinal revolution? The value systems. What is a value system? We need to respect certain things. We need to appreciate certain things. We need to value things. People join colleges, but they don't respect the college. People take up courses, they don't respect the courses. People come to the classes, but they don't respect the classes. So respecting, appreciating, being a part of it, respecting the fellow human beings, respecting the elders, respecting the other gender is a value system. It's a value system. Other gender is not only for sexual pleasures, they are something phenomenal. We need to celebrate them. We need to make them an essential part of our life. They are compassionate people. That is what this value system is all about. What is the value system of a country? I'll give an example. India was an agricultural country before the entry of the British people into India. We cultivated a lot. We produced a lot of food. Food production, food processing was the part of every Indian's life, right? Until the arrival of the imperial power to this land. Apart from that, we also involved in manufacturing of the farming tools, the agricultural farming tools, and the weapons to protect us from invasion, to use it in warfare. And we were really good in goldsmith. We produced artistic ornaments, wonderful ornaments, right? We were really good at that. At the same time, the enormous production of cotton made us great in weaving industries. Our cottons were very famous worldwide, and all those things put together made India the great until the arrival of the imperial powers. Had we sustained on our strengths, definitely India would have reached the position of a superpower long back. But all of a sudden, the education system, our pattern of thinking, made us dependent. Instead of giving everything to the world, we became dependents. That is the plot, the conspiracy made by Macaulay. So, if you have a great value system, you cannot come under the influence of our people. So, have your value system strong, respect things, gain knowledge. Gain knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowing something about everything. Everybody should have a little bit of information about everything that is happening around you. At the same time, you must be specialized in one thing, that is knowing everything about something. Knowing something about everything and knowing everything about something is knowledge, right? Then critical thinking. Being an engineer, you should have that ingenuity, the creative skills, right? That is called as critical thinking. If you could read the autobiography or biography for that matter of Thomas Alva Edison, right? He had that critical thinking right from his childhood. We would have read that he sat on top of the eggs, expecting the egg to break and the chicks to come out. This critical thinking helped him to create a very big industry called English Electricals that produced a lot of products, new products. This great man has some 10,000 patents registered against his name. It is phenomenal. At one particular point in time, he took three products in a month as a target. What the life history of Edison says. So it all happened because of his critical thinking. One should develop that critical thinking. I'll give another example. Sir Isaac Newton. He was sitting. Everybody knows the story. The apple fell from the tree, and he was just looking at it. He thought over it. What would be the reason why it fell down? Why it didn't go up? He found out there is a force that pulls the apple down, and that is nothing but gravitational force. With the advent of this concept, gravitational force, nowadays the engineering is so prominent. It has advanced to a greater level. So critical thinking is important. If I was there, things would have been different. I ran. I would have taken the apple, swallowed it. Everything would have finished by then. Now, communication skills. Everybody speaks. Then what is the communication skills? That is the convincing way of talking. Everybody speaks in a language. Everybody has a flow, the spontaneity, the fluency in the language. But what is communication? Making to convince people, to bring about the transformation, right? That is communication is all about, right? I'm running short of time again now. It is 23 minutes over, right? Then comes your teamwork. Yeah, you should have to accommodate people. You become a part of a team. You take the initiative, work, understand, cooperate, tolerate, work towards the goal. That is the teamwork. If you are so egoistic, so adamant, not giving up, then you cannot be you cannot be part of the team. And moreover, you need to be skillful to show all these things, right? Be skillful, be accommodative, and be cooperative. Then you'll become a team man. Leadership. What is leadership? Whenever I say the term leader, it says that it carries too much of authority. He commands, he orders people. No, it's not that. A leader is someone who takes the initiative. Leader is someone who accommodates people. Leader is someone who appreciates the works of others. Leader is one who is ready to become a subordinate to his subordinates. That is what leadership is all about. Everything should be towards the achievement of the goal, the achievement of the objectives. So there shouldn't be any individual interest. The common interest should be the ultimate. So if a person has these accommodative skills, initiating abilities, and to embrace people, then he becomes a great leader. And taking great decisions is part of your leadership. I'll give an example for this. That Mahendra Singh Dhoni, throwing the ball at Johinder Sharma in the World 2020 Championships is a great decision. Everyone praises him. So taking important decisions at the crunch situation is part of your leadership skills. And of course, one should have self-respect and self-esteem. If you have these two, definitely you will work towards honing up your skills, gaining knowledge, and becoming an influential person. Of course, honesty and dedication are part of it, and it is not always necessary to keep on working hard and hard. Sometimes you need to apply your mind, make your brain so vibrant, make it as a smart work, make it as a smart work. That is important. So in order to gain the attitudinal revolutions, these are all the few points. It is a very big area. So you can write a book on attitude. So attitude is something phenomenal. How you look at it, the way you look at it, how your value systems impact your behavior, everything comes under the attitude. If a man has fantastic attitude, if a man has phenomenal character, if a man has extreme skill but down to earth, then he is a man of extreme and supreme attitude. He'll help people. He's the man, he's a great companion for mankind. Take it from me. Have a great attitude. Right. In order to support my argument, I'll give you what determines the altitude, what determines your height. Right. Is it the aptitude? Is it the appetite and the attitude? Yes. What is aptitude? Everyone is writing the aptitude tests nowadays. The mathematical skills, the logical reasoning, the numbering, everything that shows your intelligence, right? To test your intelligence is aptitude. Yes, of course, one must be intelligent. Not only that, one must be brilliant. What is the difference between intelligence and brilliance? Intelligence is acquiring knowledge, wisdom. Too much collection of informations is intelligence. The rate of application of that intelligence is your brilliance, right? Now comes appetite. So one should have the insatiable appetite, they'll call. It is, your appetite should not be stopped or it should not be fulfilled. That means what? The hunger to achieve something, the hunger to succeed, the hunger to become excellent in your field should not die down. It must be there. You should have aptitude, you should have appetite, and you should have a greater attitude. Only then you reach that altitude, right? I'll give another example. I'll give, let me start with this thing I had. It's not working. Yeah. How much do you see of an iceberg? See, an iceberg is there, a block of ice floating on top of on the surface of water, right? Creates one more. Yeah. Only 10% of it is visible. Remaining 90% is below the sea level. Right? That means what? The next slide says your behavior is known to others. Venkatesh, a smiling person, a good-hearted person. Occasionally he goes emotional, right? And the values, the standards, the judgment he has definitely impacts the motives he has, the ethics, the belief systems. It certainly impacts the behavior of a person. So something is, attitude is something that is hidden. The behavior is known to others. You cannot believe people, right? Certain people who are so conspirators. They always live with a plot, right? Of course, there are good people, right? You need to have confidence. You need to have a great belief system. For that, you need to develop the acumen to read people. That is also true. So it impacts, right? What makes your life 100%, right? If you take the alphabets, every alphabet in its sequential order, say A is 1, B is 2, similarly R is 18 and Z is 26. If you add your skills, if you add the values for your skills, it is 82, knowledge is 96, hard work it is 98, and attitude it is 100. If you have greater attitude, you are scoring 100 out of 100, man. So attitude determines the altitude. There are greatest quotes. A positive thought is the seed of a positive result. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Don't complain. The most significant change in a person's life is a change of attitude. Right attitudes produce right actions. If you really want to be happy, nobody can stop you except God. Alright? Whether your glass is half full or half empty depends on the attitude of the person looking at it. There is a better way for everything. Find it. A positive attitude is not a destination, it is a way of life. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. A positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. The man with confidence in himself gains the confidence of others. You will only go as far as you think you can go. The biggest mistake of all is to avoid situations in which you might make a mistake. A positive attitude is like a magnet for positive results. Our life is a reflection of our attitudes. Positive attitudes create a chain reaction of positive thoughts. Attitude, not only, there should be only, not only aptitude determines your altitude. No man fails if he does his best. Take it from me. Sooner or later, those who win are those who think they can. A creative attitude is the fuel of progress and growth. Either I will find a way or I will make one. Be the change you want to see in this world. Forgive others and you'll be forgiven. So, develop yourself, hone up your skills. Do wonderful projects, mechanical engineers. Don't just go and buy something available in the market and give it to us to get marks, right? Work on it, put in your effort, right? Learn things, keep learning things, keep developing your skills, hone your skills. I'm telling you, you will be successful, you'll be a great human being. A great human being is one who not only has the aptitudinal skills, who not only has the attitudinal thing, but he should have great character. And of course, your attitude helps to have a greatest character. Be a great human being. Help people. Go to a greater extent. Go to a position, but look down, help others, lift people. Please, before that, you go to a position where you are so strong and you are a man of exceptional attitude. Right? All the best. Thank you.